Okay, so question 3 is another one of those very simple questions that only requires a very brief answer. So you're asked what the phrase time is money means, and basically it's saying that time is as valuable as money, time's precious, or you might have said something like, if you sit around doing nothing, you're wasting time when you could be earning money. Just a simple 1.5 lines is fine. You're asked as well what family members could do to help in the house. Well, basically, any two of these: earn money, save money, knitting. That's it, job's done. Nothing more than that, okay? Question 4, a bit more complicated, okay? You're asked what you think and feel about Lydia M. Child's view about running a household. Comment on what's said, how it's said. Basically, my advice is always agree with what she's saying. Okay, don't even think about giving two sides. Don't think about arguing. Just say Lydia Childs gives really good advice on how to run a house and how to save food and money and time. Okay, so start that. You'll get marks for that, and then pick out about maybe 6 things that she says. Okay, and just kind of talk about them. So she talks about, I really like her point that time is as important as things, really. She says something like, time is money. For this reason, cheaper stockings are, it's good economy to knit them. So use every bit of time. It's as important as saving items, okay? And you can say that's a good idea. She says, don't throw anything out, because it's, no matter how small it might be, it will come of some use to the family. You could say that is a good idea. She talks about using all members of the family, okay? And that's a good idea, because maybe children, maybe elderly people haven't always had a role in a family in saving. Here, she's giving them employment, and it's only a small thing, but knitting stockings is quite a useful thing. I think it's a really good point where she talks about working out what you need in advance, okay? Don't just buy things in case you need them. Work it out and then buy it. And if you're not sure, buy less. Don't buy things until you know. So she actually says something like, if you spend all your money, you'll find you've purchased many things you don't want and have no means left to get many things which you do want. Okay, so you work it out in advance. She talks, doesn't she, about gathering up the bits of food that are left over, and she even talks about peeling potatoes while they're warm. So I think the idea of that is you don't waste a potato, you can peel them more thinly so there's less potato being wasted. You can say that it's a good idea for maximising your food. She also talks about being useful and generous. She basically is saying it's actually not, there's no benefit in just giving things away as a kind of act of generosity, because you actually might not be in a position to be able to give things away. You might need things. She's saying it's better to kind of just be really, really frugal and make sure you don't waste your money rather than just give things away. The tone she takes overall is quite a sort of, it's quite a teacherly tone, isn't it? You might comment on that she's trying to help people and get them to save things. She uses a phrase, she says, it's better to ensure that no opportunity for economy is overlooked. You've got that advisory voice speaking all the time, look everywhere for savings, okay? And you can say that that's a good idea, because maybe this would have been read by people who did not have a lot of money, but it might be read by people who do have things and, could make further savings. Okay, but the point is, agree with the statement, then pick out about 6 things she says. How does she get her point across? Why is it a good idea?